Hello, viewers. Welcome to Tendo Teens Hub, and I am your host, Lindah Kiranda. And today on the show, we are going to look at peer pressure. I know last week we had a guest, Ronald Reagan, a teen, who was sharing his experiences with us, and he got to tell us what he understands about peer pressure. So today we are going to dig a little bit deeper, and we are going to learn. Stay tuned, be inspired, learn with us, and let us grow together and stay connected. So peer pressure or peer influence is when you choose to do something you wouldn't usually do on your own, but because you are influenced by your friends, you start doing it because you want to be valued, you want to be accepted by your peers or by your friends. So there are very different types of peer pressures, but we are just going to mention a few that we know, and then we are going to categorize them into two. We are going to categorize them into positive peer pressure and negative peer pressure. So we have the spoken peer pressure, we have the unspoken peer pressure, we have direct peer pressure, we have the indirect peer pressure, we have now the positive peer pressure, and we have the negative peer pressure. And we have said these peer pressures now we categorize into two because it either pushes you to positive peer pressure or to the negative peer pressure. And now the positive peer pressure is when peers, people of your same age group, influence you to do things that push you towards growth. That is now positive. They are positive activities because these activities push you to do things that will push you to grow. And the negative peer pressure is the opposite of the positive peer pressure. This is the type of peer pressure where your fellow peers influence you to involve yourself in things that will bring negative influence in your life. You will not grow. Yeah. So that's why we've said all the activities, it can be positive. All the influences can be positive or can be negative. So we are going to look at what are some of the results that we will see that teens, or that will make us know that teens are being influenced. Number one, you'll see teens changing their way of dressing, even the things they eat, their hairstyle, jewelry, because they are following a particular trend. It's the latest fashion for them. It's the in thing, because all their peers, all the people in their age group, this is what they are into. So they are influenced by fashion. They are influenced by music. What are they listening to? What is the kind of music they are listening to? If it is genge, that is what they will flow with. If it is R&B, that is what they will flow with. The TV shows, what are they watching? If it is Nickelodeon, that is what they'll all watch. Because it's about, they want to be part of the group. They don't want to be left out. You see, that's why they are influenced. So you'll also see your teens changing the way they talk, the kinds of words they use. So you'll see it's the latest slang. I'm told the latest one is like to Nakulombotov. That is the latest for I love you. So imagine as a parent, if you don't know Nakulombotov, what it is, how will you communicate to your teen? Because this thing is like it's a coded language, you can't even understand it. Because it's read backwards, but they understand it. So some these things can be discussing you, and you're seated right there with them, and you just don't get anything. Yani unakaa dongo kabisa. So guys, this thing is deep and it's real, and it's affecting our teens, and we need to discuss and learn these things so that we are able to communicate to our teens. So our teens are also influenced to do to be involved in risky behaviors, to break rules. If it is school, if it is home, you start seeing your teen breaking the rules. Wow. They are also influenced in dating or even sexual activities. So for dating, I have an example, because we have a 13-year-old, and one time she came home. She's a candidate. She had gone for her weekend classes because they are trying to finish the syllabus. So she had gone for her weekend classes, and coming back later, we saw a young man as her schoolmate trying to follow her. So luckily, father noticed, and at first we questioned her, why is that boy following you? She said, I have no idea. I don't even know that boy. But the instincts of the father, you see, sometimes our fathers have instincts. So he just sensed and said, no, I'll have to follow up in school and inquire if everything is okay. So he went to school the following week, and just to check how is she doing in school. Is she well? And yes, reaching in school, that's when we got to discover other things. That there was an issue, like this boy was dating. It's like they were trying to start that thing of dating. Hey, Maze, we have never sweated. We started those conversations we didn't want to talk about, because you are like, my daughter is still young. Class 8, no, I don't think they even know these things. But now it was a wake-up call that yes, this age they know these things early, and we have to have an open discussion about it. So it was an opportunity for us to talk to our teen about dating and how she can protect herself. Yeah, and just to be open if there are any challenges that she's facing out there. So guys, I pray that you'll talk to your teens concerning this. These things is happening. It's happening. You have had stories until you are just wondering if this is the same generation, like us during our time, and now it's totally different. I mean, when I was in class 8, I was green. I was a green girl. I didn't know anything. But now it's totally different. We have to embrace the time. And now what do we do at this time as parents? We have to open up the things we were not taught by our own parents. We have to now teach our teens so that we can equip them, so that they can live a successful life. So the other way you can see and you can tell your teen is being influenced is when they start using alcohol or drug abuse. Yeah. They start sneaking, and they start using alcohol or drug abuse. So you'll see and you'll know they are being influenced by their teens. So how can we help as parents? How can we help the teens, the preteens, to manage peer pressure and peer influence? So the first way we can help is building confidence in teens. Confidence can help the teenagers resist negative peer influence, because confident teenagers can be able to have safe and informed decisions. Because why? Because you have already taught them. You have already taught them and equipped them, taught them what to expect out there. Yeah. And so when they go out there, they can be able to face any peer influence confidently. They can be able to say no confidently. So another way is you can help your child by praising her. When you praise your child, they build confidence. they receive confidence, they get confidence. So you praise your child when they do something, you praise them, you appreciate them. For even if they fail, you appreciate them for trying hard until they succeed. Another way you can also help your teen by building confidence is by you being a role model of confidence. You yourself being confident. When you act confident, when you are confident, you are teaching, they see you. So you are modeling confidence to them, and they'll be able to be confident. The second way, how you can help your teen manage peer influence, is by keeping the communication lines open. But you can do this by staying connected with your teen, so that whenever they have a problem, they can come to you. Like just the example I've just used concerning our teen, we had to create that open communication. Otherwise, that open line, otherwise she was quiet, she was keeping it to herself. We had to create an environment where she's able to say, to approach us, she's able to talk freely without us being strict or without us condemning or judging her, allowing her to just speak. So, and these are things we have learned by there along the way as a parent. It's not like it's not something automatic, because you are also learning as a parent. As you learn and as you grow in parenting, you are able also to help your child grow in the right way. So another way you can help your teen to manage peer pressure is by suggesting ways to say no. There are very many creative ways that your child can say no. If they are afraid of saying no directly, there is a way they can say in a creative way no. For example, if someone comes to them and gives them maybe a cigarette, and they are afraid to say directly, no, I won't take it, they can use words like, I don't like the smell of this, so I'm not interested. Or, I have asthma, if I take this, my asthma will be worse, so I can't take it. So these are just creative ways, and I know there are more ways, other creative ways they can say no, right? Another way is to encourage a wide social network with your child. So your child has the chance to develop friendship from many sources. This is from school, from clubs, from family activities, sports. That way they have plenty of options and sources of support. If in case maybe a friendship goes wrong, or even in case you are not there, there is a support group. There are people your child can go to, people people your circle, your positive circle of friends, so your child can go to them, right? Yes, guys. And how can a parent help your child during this season of influence is you can invite your children's friends. You encourage their friends to come over to your house so that you get to know who are these friends, who are these people your child is hanging out with. Last year there was a program we joined. It was called Peers Without Pressure by Dr. Mukolwe. Yes, and it was awesome. And that program, it was a 2 weeks program, but we were being taught on parenting. And it was a program that talked about knowing your children's friends. So encouraging your children to come to where you are, your home, get to know them, get to know what they like, what they don't like, because they have an influence over your child. If you can get them to come to your home, and if you can teach them the same values you teach your child, so that wherever they go, you are sure that they'll be able to stand with those values. They understand your values, so they'll be able to also stand on those values, it will be good. So those are just a few things we were discussing today on peer pressure. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope that you'll join us again next time as we discuss even other issues that are affecting our teens. Thank you so much. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, kindly comment on the comment section. If you'd like to talk to us, or if you would like to be part of our show, kindly write to us on tendoteens@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, God bless. Bye.